All right, beautiful, beautiful beings. So, the topic of today is understanding why you were created. Now, each individual, each soul has a unique soul expression. And we tend to look at various life path designs and numerology to define who we are, or astrology. But what if it was just as simple as understanding your unique soul codes, your soul blueprint, and what you've been designed for? So, if you are new to me, my name is Brittany. I talk about all things consciousness, soul development, and multidimensional education to help support you along your journey. And so, this process I felt called to share about today, and the subject is something I work with my clients on in the Quantum Shifter experience, and also in a new format is a one-on-one session where we look at your soul expression, the primary codes that define your experience. So this is helpful to know because it will help guide you along your path and you understand why you were created. Why are you here? What are you designed to learn through? How do you create through this expression? And so if any of that interests you, please feel free, check out my link tree in the bio, or you can even reach out to me directly as I do a more extended and in-depth process with this to help solidify this expression into our physical reality. And it becomes an integrated frequency within our being and how we live. So, like I mentioned, there's various ways that we can utilize to understand why we were created and what are we here for and what does this pathway look like. And a more direct pathway would be connecting with your soul, your unique soul expression, your soul blueprint. And so I was really feeling called on this beautiful day as we are in the 1010 portal, but this message is going to relate to anyone at any time, and they can revisit it at any time because this is timeless and it'll meet you wherever you're at on your journey. I'll also add this little caveat. If you are a new earth individual, your codes will be created for new earth. If you are 1 foot in old, 1 foot in new, you may need to revisit this as your soul signature, your primary codes may shift and change. And also for those that are coming in that are old earth, that are seeking to transition into the new earth, your soul codes will be different in the old earth expression than they are in the new earth expression, and they may switch and swap out depending on various evolutionary paths and cycles that we're on. So I just want to share that information because you may need to revisit depending on where you're at on your journey. And so the topic that I wanted to share on today, I'm not going to go as in depth as I go in sessions because we cleanse, clear, and we purify these expressions, but at least you will have a baseline understanding of what your trinity of your soul expression is intended to experience in this reality. And so this will help guide us along our journey because we understand how we work. We understand our evolutionary process in transformation, in evolution, in expansion, and all of the beautiful things. So if this is new to you, we're going to do a little bit of a facilitation to get you into a mind-heart coherence, a state that activates the alignment between your heart, which holds so much information, and we're going to fill into what are the three codes or the trinity that make up your unique soul signature. The best way to do this is when we are in coherence, when we have an open channel, we are open to the information we can hear, and we can set our logical mind to the side because it can have concepts or ideas about what these energy signatures mean. They can have judgments, perspectives, experiences that are attached to them, and we really want to wipe all of that because your soul sees this in its original expression. And that's why we go through the work that we do with the human to purify what's required. And so I'm going to go ahead and just drop us in. And if you're new to this, just think of it like a frequency. You are tuning in. You are tuning in and surrendering to the process. And don't worry so much about getting it right. You can always come back to this. You can always get clarity. I'm basically the frequency to tune into. So we're going to close our eyes and we are going to take some deep breaths to get centered and just following my facilitation and allowing yourself to receive, because it's all getting you to the pathway of seeing, understanding, and knowing more about what your soul wants to share with you. So I will just invite you now to go ahead and close your eyes and just, we're going to take some deep breaths to get mind-heart coherence. And if you're a visual person, we can see the beautiful figure 8, or just tuning into the frequency, the tone, the vibration of this experience, tuning inward as we are grounded and centered, as we take a deep breath in through the nose, taking as deep as you can go, opening up the central channel, and we're going to hold at the top. And when you're ready, just releasing anything that happened prior to this, just releasing anything out of the mind. We're actually going to ask the logical mind to go ahead and take 3 steps to the left as we begin to separate ourselves and allow ourselves to be just in purely soul expression. So as we begin, it takes 1 step to the left, feeling more grounded and centered. As we take 2 steps to the left, being more and more centered in your being, just allowing this logical aspect to take a seat for now. You can observe. There's no harm being done as we take the 3rd step to the left, and just allowing it to observe and be outside of ourselves for the time being, just allowing us to be more present as we begin. And we're going to take another deep breath in through the nose, allowing the heart to open and expand, holding at the top. And when you're ready, release. Releasing everything, just allowing yourself to be fully relaxed, centered wherever you are seated, feeling the weight of your body in the chair that you're in, your feet on the floor, feeling fully grounded, fully held, fully supported. As we take one more deep breath in through the nose, taking it as deep as you can go, just fully connecting in, tuning into the heart. And when you're ready, just release. And just with keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to state a few more things just to open and expand the field a bit. And so we're going to just take notice to our energy field, where it's currently at, the state that it's in. And let's just see if you can open it up a little bit more, feeling your energy expand through the space that you're in, through the room that you're in, feeling it open and expand in the above and the below. And I'm going to go ahead and ask and speak to the body right now. So just allowing the nervous system to relax. Just relax even more deeply, feeling fully held and supported. You are safe and protected. Asking for the chakra system to come fully online. Maybe you're seeing, sensing, and feeling this now as each chakra opens and expands to its fullest capacity, spinning at its appropriate rotations, allowing this to open and expand as your central channel, your pathway, your conduit comes fully online, clear, fully held, fully supported. And just feeling this beautiful pillar that your chakra system is within, just open and expand even more. Beautiful. We're just going to allow for our feet to be our anchors, giving thanks to the earth beautiful Sister Tara, as we ground our energy deep, 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 deep within her, connecting into the crystalline core, the center, feeling your energy anchored, fully held, wrapping your energetic roots around. Beautiful. And we're gently going to bring our awareness back up as we're still deeply held and supported in the earth, bringing our energy back up into our body, back up to our body, as we begin to take our energy up through the crown, through the higher chakras, as we anchor into the space of divinity, in alignment with God, Source Creator, just feeling your energy fully expand up to the higher expressions, the higher dimensions, connecting into the golden frequency of God, Source Creator, of all that is. Beautiful. And just feeling fully held and supported. And as we gently are held in the above and the below, we're going to bring our energy, our awareness back into our body, feeling fully stabilized within our being. Beautiful. And we're just going to state, and keep your eyes closed for now, because sometimes without having the stimulation or the visual representation, we can get more clear and concise information from our channel, from our connection. And we're just going to go ahead and ask for the Trinity of our soul essence. These are 3 primary signatures that we are asking to call to the forefront of our awareness. So if it's helpful, just seeing, sensing, or feeling this energy come to the front of you, you don't need to know what it is right now. You don't need to read it. Just knowing that it's in the forefront of your conscious awareness. Beautiful. And just continuing to breathe. And if you feel yourself wanting to step out of the experience, coming back to your breath and even placing a hand on your heart just to remain centered, open, expanded, held. And now understanding that every individual is going to have a different set of signatures, but we want to ask for the highest expression of what our soul came to learn here and how it expresses itself in reality. How does your essence express itself? And so we're going to go ahead and ask for the top part of this Trinity. And I'm even going to state some words, but we're going to ask, what is at the top of this Trinity, this pyramid, this soul code, this dimensional expression? And just asking for a specific energy signature or a word that makes up your soul expression. And we'll just breathe and allow that information to come in. I even feel like I will state a few just to help support. So maybe you receive transformation. Maybe that is a core signature, or love, life, expansion, evolution. Now, your words don't have to match mine. I'm just supporting by giving some signatures that wanted to come through that may resonate. And so just allowing that word, and if you have pen and paper, maybe you want to write it down so you can revisit this. Beautiful. So now we have that top piece. Now we're going to go to the bottom left side. We're just going to tune in, and maybe you see the visual representation of this. And maybe you don't, and that's all beautiful. Maybe you feel it, sense it, see it. And we're going to ask for the next soul signature expression to come through. And just breathing, allowing. There's no rushing, no forcing, just flowing. Just tuning in. I'll state some just to help with the process. Maybe these words resonate. Expression, creation, remembrance, transcendence, transmutation. Not judging, whatever wants to come through is beautiful. It's all a pathway. It's all contributing, and it doesn't have to be anything I shared. Beautiful. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to tune into the right side of that trinity, of that beautiful pyramid that makes up your unique soul expression. So just tuning in to the right side. And just breathing, releasing any mind and thoughts. Any overanalysis, just releasing all of that. As we tune in to the frequency of what is on the right side of that pyramid, the right soul's signature. And just allowing that next word to come through. And I also want to state you might get multiple words, and that's okay too. Writing them down, it's going to be helpful. I'm going to share the one that I wrote down to help, support, awaken, or awakening, wisdom, or knowledge, frequency, consciousness, service, or servitude. And if it's even helpful, just noticing where your body feels it land, where it sits within you. Beautiful. And so now we're going to just ask to connect that trinity together. You have your unique signatures that make up this beautiful trinity, this expression of you. And we're going to start with the top, using that signature, and seeing, sensing, and feeling, and even saying it. The word at the top. So, for instance, mine is life, creation, and servitude. And just connecting that trinity within your mind and repeating it again, yours specifically, life, creation, servitude. And we're going to do it one more time, life, creation, servitude. And now we're going to do it backwards to really just establish that within the energy field, just to have it at the forefront. So what your signatures were, starting from the top, going to the right, to the left, to the top, to the right, to the left, to the top, and one more time, to the top, to the right, to the left, to the top. Beautiful. So now that you have this beautiful foundational piece of what makes up a primary expression, a primary path and journey that you designed for yourself, that your soul desires to experience in your reality. You understand at least the circumstances, the situations, the activations that are a part of this experience. And You can go ahead and come back to the space now. You can open your eyes when you're ready, be fully present. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to explain a little bit more. So, like I mentioned, at least having the 3 primary codes is helpful along our path, but there's also this broader design that makes up our soul expression, and it actually creates a dimensional expression. It creates a symbology, a symbol. It creates something within the grid system. And so, like I mentioned, if this is something that you feel inspired to go more deeply in and actually have these activated fully within your being, and purified in their purified expression, because maybe we have certain codes, but there's a lot of attachments or distortions around that. So, for example, say one of your codes was love, but your human experience has had a very traumatic experience around love, or a distorted or mutated perspective, a paradigm of reality that doesn't fully align with the divine expression, the purified expression of what love is, then we are going to go through our experience having all of this, we could say, chaotic expression of what love is. But really, the underlying purified expression of love is what we signed up to experience in this reality. And it can go the same for any of the codes that came through for you, because they're going to be personal to you specifically. And the other piece that I wanted to mention is the launching of a current offering that is bringing you back into your unified expression. Now, this is a little more advanced in the fact that we will look at what your 3 primary signatures are, getting clear your trinity of your soul essence expression. And we are also going to purify those, so you have a clear, anchored, and stabilized energy signature within your being, an integrated aspect to create from, as well as looking at the polarity. So with these unique signatures, if you understand the polarity, we also understand the pathway that we're dancing in between. And we can have also so many mutations and distorted perspectives on the polar expression of that. But when we are able to stabilize, purify those expressions and see them in their highest form, we can actually bring that back into our unity expression. We actually just get to live from the essence of creation moving forward. And so if that is something that you desire to go more deeply into, please feel free to reach out or check out my link tree. And the intention behind this video is that it at least gave you a baseline understanding of what your soul desired to experience. And if you like this video, please feel free to like, subscribe. I hope this provided you a little bit more of awareness of where you're at and what your pathway looks like moving forward. I hope you enjoyed this transmission, and with that, I'm sending you so much love.